Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? Thank you for being here in our classroom in Zoom. And thank you for those that are watching us in YouTube. Follow us for more things that are coming in our channel. So we are going to continue today with what we were learning. Do you remember? Yes, Pirkei Avos. Pirkei Avos is a wonderful way to learn Torah. So we're trying to make it a little bit easier to understand it and to put it on practice. That's the most important about to learn Torah. Torah is not storytellers. It's not just to get to know about the past. No, Torah is for every single day guidance. So everything that we learn, we need to put it on practice. Okay? All right. So let's start with our lesson. Today is Pirkei Avos number 4. Yes. And this Pirkei Avos is about my home, a place of Torah. How can we make our home a place of Torah? Do we need to build a synagogue? Do we need to, I don't know, put some custom our home, outside our home to make it a Torah place? A big sign that says, this is a Torah place? How do you think? How do you think we can make it? Okay. Oh, yes. Write down your comments, and I will be glad to read it and to answer you as well. And thank you for those that are sharing your ideas. Those are very good ideas here in the Zoom. Okay, we're gonna learn. No worries. We all can have our home as a place Torah. So remember, do you remember Shimon Asadik? We were talking about Shimon Asadik. He taught Antigonus of Soho, and Antigonus of Soho taught Yossi ben Yoser and Yossi ben Yohanan. Rabbi Yossi ben Yoser and Rabbi Yossi ben Yohanan were both leaders of the generation of the Jewish people back in times. They both learned Torah from Antigonus of Soho. So can you see that change of wisdom? It never stops. It never stops. And they protect Torah to be exactly the same words. They don't change anything. No, even one single letter. They didn't change anything. They learned what they were taught about it, and they transmitted to the people of Israel, to the Jewish people, to keep the rules, to keep the Torah itself. Okay, so Rabbi Yossi ben Yoser said, my home can be a place of Torah, of course. And how Rabbi Yossi ben Yoser, the way that he explained it to the Jewish people, and as well as we are non-Jewish, we can have our home as a Torah place. So he said, Torah feels special. What do you think? It feels special? Of course, it feels deeply special. We'll listen how we do it. We listen, we make room for good words. How can we make room for good words? When you are preparing yourself to go to a party, like if you're going to a birthday party, you comb your hair, right? You get a shower, you comb your hair, you dress up properly, clean and sound, right? So we make room for Torah as well. In your house, you can make a space that is going to be your space where you're gonna draw something about Torah, you're gonna have your books about Torah, is going to be your special room or your special little place in your house. And we'll listen. Remember, Torah, we need to listen a lot. What our sages are telling us, what the rabbis, the right rabbis are telling us to do it. Okay? Then we ask, of course, we can ask questions, as many questions as you have. There's no silly questions. The only one silly question is the one that you keep it for yourself. That is our silly questions because you never say it. And then you never gonna get an answer, right? Yes, that's why we make a lot of questions. Good. Okay, a good questions opens the heart. What does that mean? Because sometimes I may think I don't wanna ask this. I don't know the answer. I really want to know the answer, but I don't want to everybody can look at me like I don't know nothing, right? But maybe somebody else has the same question, or maybe they would have the same question after you ask it. So a good question opens the heart, not just your heart, somebody else's heart. When you ask the question, when you take the step out and you're brave and you ask the question, then somebody else will say, yes, I never thought about it. But you're right. I don't know the answer either. I want to know. It happens, right? Yeah, mostly of the time. So that's why there's no silly question. Or such as always are telling us, ask question. You need to listen and you need to ask questions. Okay. And then we show respect. As well, we need to be respect. We speak with calm and kindness. What does that mean? Do you know what kindness means? Yes, when you're taking care of somebody else. That's right. That's right. So when you're taking care of Torah, that is very precious and it feels special to you, that it means your kindness with Torah. You're learning kindness with Torah and you're doing kindness with Torah. So you respect Torah words. When somebody is speaking about Torah, is telling you something important, you need to be respectful. You need to act properly. Yes, it doesn't mean that you need to be playing around unless you're very young and we're learning by playing. That's okay because we always pay attention, but we're playing. But you are old enough to be still. You can be still, of course. And we have to practice to speak really calm. Okay. Sitting at the feet of the sages means waiting to learn. In many Torah stories or many of the books of Torah, you will see that there's a lot of people sitting at the feet of the sages. It says that expression. What does that mean? It means that they are learning from a person, a wisdom person, a wise person that really knows a lot about Torah, that he was learning with somebody else that knows a lot of Torah, and he wants to give it all the Torah to you. So sitting at the feet of the sages means waiting to learn, is that we are having respect to that person and to the Torah that that person wants to teach us, and we'll listen. Because My body listens. Do you know that your body listens? It's not just your ear. Your body can be calm, right? So your body's listen. My eyes are looking. It doesn't mean that I need to grab my cell phone, my tablet, or watching TV while the rabbi is speaking. No, or somebody that is teaching us Torah. No, we need to, yeah, eye contact. We need to be calm. We need to use our eyes, right? Our mouth has to be quiet. It's not that we're chatting. It's not that we're talking each other while somebody else is teaching us Torah. And our hearts are open. Remember about the question? A question can open somebody else's heart because our heart are open. So when we're doing those things, we're paying attention. And that means we're going to have a lot of questions as well, and good questions. Because my heart learns. It's not just my brain, it's my whole body. I don't need to know everything. It doesn't mean that you're going to take in everything in one lesson. It means that we can learn little things. Every day we can learn even more. I learn like someone who drinks water. So Rabbi is teaching us that the Torah is compared to the water. Why? Because our body is 70% of water. Did you know that? We were created with a lot of water. So we need water. When you're thirsty, you need to drink water. You don't need to drink soda. Sometimes we do, right? But it is not satisfying our body because our body needs water. So that's why Torah is compared to water in one point, right? Because when we're thirsty, we need to drink water and we're going to be healthy and we're going to, our body is going to function very well. So as well with Torah, when I want to grow, Torah is important because we're growing, not just getting tall, where I'm not getting any more tall, but you are, right? But you're growing in wisdom. You're growing in all the knowledge that you need to get to know for your life. So Torah is important. And it's like the water. You need water every day, right? You need Torah every day. It's equal. And we all can learn Torah because Torah is for all of us. It's for if you have a heart. Do you have a heart? Where's your heart? Yes. Do you have a brain? Where's your brain? Yes. Great. So that means we were created for the same creator. And guess what? Even animals, even the ocean creatures, even the trees, the planets, everything was created for the same creator. So he better knows what we need. And as well as he put water into the world, he put the Torah into the world. So we need both. We need both to grow up. Okay? So that's how we learn. So 3 ways that we can practice this week. Now, you can start today, tomorrow. So during the week, you can practice. And of course, you can come back to this video if you forgot how to practice it. So you can come back to this video and see the 3 ways that we can practice this Pirkei Avos number 4 about to making our homes a Torah place. First, we invite words of Torah into my home. Yes, we need to invite the Torah. Torah doesn't come by itself. We need to invite the Torah to, yes, come to my home. I do want to learn. Nobody's going to push us to learn Torah. We need to invite the Torah and say, yes, I want to learn. We need to listen, of course, to our parents and our teachers. Yeah, that's a good practice during this week. We need to listen. We need to listen to them. And another good practice is ask a good question every day. Remember, there's no silly questions. So if you have something in your mind that you need to clear out, ask an adult, ask your parents, ask question every day. Okay? Okay, so are you ready for the challenge of this week? Yeah, so of course it's going to be about inviting Torah to our home. So you're going to ask your mom or your dad a big question every day. Every day you're going to ask them what words of Torah they would invite into the day. What class of Torah are you going to listen today, dad or mom? You're going to ask them. And guess what? You can listen that Torah lesson as well. Even if you don't understand anything at this, it's okay. If it's too hard, it's a lesson too hard to understand, you can listen. You can listen, even if it doesn't has any picture. You can listen. You need to ask your mom and your dad, what Torah lesson are you going to learn today, mom? Or what Torah lesson are you going to hear, dad? And you're gonna sit next to them. Yeah, you're gonna sit next to them and you're gonna take notes. If you're not old enough to take notes, you can draw. You can make a beautiful drawing while your parents are listening to the Torah. And you're gonna pay attention as well and ask questions about the topic. Something that you catch out, something that you're listening and you get interested in it. That the rabbi said, or the person that is talking about Torah is saying, you're gonna ask the question to your parent, okay? And then you're gonna finish by saying, our home can be a place of Torah, because when your parents are listening to Torah and you are listening to Torah as well, that means that you're inviting the Torah words into your home. And that's how we make our home a place of Torah. How about that? Isn't that hard? Yes, you can do it. I know you're doing, yes, I know you're doing it right now. Right now that you're watching this video or that you're hearing the class with me, you're inviting Torah into your home because we're learning that we can make our home a place of Torah. Great. This Pirkei Avos is so beautiful. We are trying to get one by one because we need to practice it. There's no way that we can learn Torah if we don't put it into practice, right? So thank you so much for joining us in this beautiful lesson of Pirkei Avos. Pirkei Avos. So happy to have you over here. If you are watching us in YouTube and you want to join us, so you can get an auto to scan this QR code over here, and you're gonna contact me directly. So I will give you all the information that you need to be in our classroom. See you next time. Remember to give us a like, to subscribe, and to share the Torah lesson as well. Bye-bye.